Let's go, dude. Oh, I got a gold! I got a gold! Hey there guys, Bandites here, and welcome to a brand new tutorial on this new game on Roblox called Dungeon Quest. Now, I've been playing this game quite a bit. As you can see, I'm already level 30. I'm not like extremely high up or anything, but this is a pretty good level, and I've learned a lot of the game already. It's pretty easy once you get started, but I know there's a lot of people who are probably curious and, you know, clueless on how to get started, what to do and all that. So I decided I'm going to make a tutorial for you guys, so if you're going to try this game out, you know, I can give you some basic information on how to, you know, kind of get started, you know, learn the ropes of the game and everything like that. So as you can see here, we're in the lobby right now, and the two main things you're going to want to, you know, get associated with in the lobby is the upgrades and the sell stations. Now, there's also enchants back here, but I'm pretty sure the enchants are just cosmetics and they're Robux, so you don't have to worry about that. But there are upgrades and there's a sell area, so you're going to want to get associated with all this, and I'll go ahead and get into details in just a second. First off though, I'll go over some basic information. So when you start off the game, you can view your inventory on the right side. Now I already have some stuff here, but whenever you're first starting out, you'll only have like a wooden sword and like a basic wand. But this is where you can view your gear right here. Your top slot's your helmet, this is your armor, and then this is your weapon. And down here you'll have two abilities. Now at the start you'll only have a fire ability, and you'll have a distraction or like taunt ability that will allow the enemies to come towards you. They'll be in your inventory, so you're going to want to go ahead and equip them. And you can, you know, pretty much equip them to whatever slots you want. I have this battle shot on my Q and this redemption healing spell on my E. So you can, you know, equip both of those. You also have skills here. Now, skills, you only have 3 skills. So you have physical power, spell power, and stamina. So physical power is what you want to go ahead and focus on if you're a melee player. So if you're going to be becoming a warrior, and if you're going to only be really using swords and being up close and running in there and attacking with a big old sword, you're going to want to go ahead and focus on your physical power. And to actually upgrade this, you'll get points as you play the game and level up, and you get 1 point per level. So then all you have to do is come into this menu and then go ahead and just click the plus here. So physical power is for your swords, your sword damage. Spell power will allow you to either, like, I have this lightning strike here. If I have more spell power, the lightning strike will deal more damage. I also have this healing ability if I press E, so this will heal everything in the area. If you have more spell power, this healing ability will heal higher numbers, and also your other spells will deal more damage and things like that. You also have stamina. Now, stamina is kind of weird because stamina is actually your health. I don't know why they call stamina your health. It's a little weird. But yeah, stamina is your health. As you can see here, I do have 9 points put into stamina, but I wouldn't recommend upgrading stamina. I would recommend focusing on your spell power if you're a mage, or your physical power if you're a warrior. And why I say that is because, as you can see here, I have 860 health, and I only have 9 stamina. So that means if I take off my armor here, my health goes down to 145. So as you can see here, your stamina, every time you level it up, it only makes your health go up by 5 points. So my armor, though, makes my health go up all the way to 800. So as you can see here, your stamina helps a little bit, but you really don't need to worry about stamina because you're going to be getting better armor soon enough anyways. And you can just go ahead and upgrade your armor, which I'll show you how to do in just a second, and you can pretty much just use your armor to give you more health if you would like to. So I would say you could still upgrade stamina if you'd like, but it's really not a big deal if you don't. I would mostly say, though, focus on, if you're going to be a melee player, focus on physical. If you're going to be a mage player, focus on spell. And stamina is just a whatever. You really don't have to upgrade it, in my opinion, but do whatever you want. I'm going to go ahead and show you now how to, like, upgrade your gear and stuff like that. So as you can see here, upgrading gear is pretty basic. All you have to do is go up to the shop. If you notice that you don't have anything in your slots here, that's because you can only upgrade stuff that's unequipped. So I'm going to go ahead and unequip my sword, put it back into my inventory. And now whenever I access the shop, this will actually appear in my inventory right here. It's because it has to be in your inventory. You can't have it equipped. And so what you can do, though, you can click here, and I already have max upgrades, but it'll pretty much tell you the price of what the upgrade's going to cost you. And it goes up the more upgrades you do. But, so as you can see here, you can upgrade the physical damage, or the spell damage, or the health. Now, you can only upgrade health on armor, so again, as you saw earlier, if I take off my armor here, go back into the shop, I can upgrade the health on this, and you can actually see that it says 314 health. That's because I upgraded the health on this thing quite a bit. So the health is only for your armor. You can't upgrade health on weapons. It literally won't do anything. But what you can do on weapons, though, is upgrade the spell and the physical abilities. If you upgrade the physical, it'll do more damage on a melee weapon whenever you swing. If you upgrade the spell, it'll just allow you to, you know, if you have a spell in your inventory down here and your hotbar down here, it'll allow those spells to do more damage. So if you look at this, I have 118 spell power on the sword. So that means whenever I equip it, it gives me that 118 spell power, and so it makes my healing ability a lot stronger. It makes this a lot stronger. You can upgrade your spell if you would like. I recommend if you have a melee weapon, mostly focus on the physical damage of it. I recommend upgrading the spell power on like armor if you're a mage, or if you have like a book or like a mage weapon, you can upgrade the spell power on that. But swords, I recommend, you know, focusing on upgrading the physical damage of it. But anyways, there's also a selling area over here. The selling area is pretty basic. All you do is just go up here. If you haven't won an item, click it, click sell item, and you'll get the sell price right here. I'm not going to sell anything right now because I'm keeping everything I have. But let's go into actually playing the game now that we got everything in the lobby taken care of. Alright, so if you go down here, you can click play. Now, you can either join people's dungeons, which if you're a new player, I recommend just creating your own and inviting friends or playing solo. So, if you click play, I would just say create a dungeon. Now, up here, you can set if you want this to be a private lobby or not. I normally do private lobbies. So, private lobbies are just a way you can make it so you can just play by yourself or with friends. You can also set the minimum join level if you want higher levels for higher dungeons and things like that. I just keep it to 0, whatever. So, the only thing that this game really does guide you on, though, is your levels in the levels of dungeons. So, as you can see here, there's a winter outpost, which you have to be level 33 to even play easy on it. So, you're going to be with the desert temple for a while. So for easy, it's level 1. You can go to medium, which are level 6. Hard is level 12. Insane is level 20. And Nightmare is level 27. So you can, this will help you. This will kind of guide you with your levels. Once you reach this level, you can play this, and I recommend to keep going up in difficulty. It definitely does get a lot harder. The mobs do more damage, and they have more health, but I recommend to keep upgrading it, because the higher you go, the more gear you're going to get, and the more prepared you're going to be to move on to the winter outpost. So go ahead and keep bumping up the difficulty. Now, hardcore mode is really up to you. I like to play on hardcore mode because you get 2 times the loot. If you don't play on hardcore mode, whenever you win the dungeon, you'll only get 1 item of loot. If you play on hardcore mode, you'll get 2 items of loot. But the catch is, if you do play on hardcore mode, as it says here, every party member only gets 1 life. So if you're a little newer to the game and you're like, I'm a little scared, I don't want to die and then have to keep restarting, then don't play on hardcore. Just unselect hardcore and you'll have as many respawns as you would like. But I personally prefer hardcore mode. It makes the game more of a challenge and it makes it more fun in my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and do hardcore mode. So if you are starting out though, you'll probably be starting on easy. Since I'm already pretty geared up, I'm going to go into nightmare mode and I'm going to go ahead and create a lobby and we're going to go ahead and get started. There's also this whitelist button, so if you want to like click someone here, that'll allow that person to join if it's a private lobby, but there's no one in the server that I know. There's only 2 people, so we're just going to go for it. Alright, so now we're in the actual dungeon. So what you're going to notice is whenever you're running around, if you want to attack forward, you're going to have to look in front of you. And if you're like trying to run away from a bunch of mobs and trying to still do damage, there's no way you can do that because you're facing the other way and your character only attacks the way that you're looking. So if you want to like run backwards and attack something in front of you, you can't do that. So to fix that, and this is a really important tip, I say it's pretty much a requirement if you're playing this game, you want to go ahead and press escape or go to the menu, go to settings, and then shift lock right here. It'll probably say off for you if you don't know how to use this. Go ahead and select that and put it on, and then all you have to do is press shift on your keyboard, and now your character can look around whatever way, and if I back up like this, I'll still be facing in front of me. So if there's any enemies in front of me, I can still attack them and back up as I do so. So shift lock is pretty much a requirement for this game, I would say, because if you don't use it, you're going to probably get destroyed. I mean, you can still play without it, but it is really difficult, and I feel like it's almost impossible to not use shift lock on this game. So make sure you turn shift lock on. I'm assuming there'll probably be an update to change that, but right now I always play with shift lock on. But as you can see here, we're already taking some hits on these enemies, and we're backing up as we do so. So this is a nice strategy that I like to use, is just constantly attack and go walk backwards. They have a really hard time hitting you if you're constantly moving backwards or just moving around. So you can pretty much just gather a giant group of enemies like this and keep walking backwards. You have to be careful with your turns though, because if you turn a really sudden way or anything, they can hit you and deal some damage. But I just say keep walking backwards, keep dealing your hits on these enemies. You can just do this and take them out pretty quickly. Now do realize you're also timed with these dungeons, so if you're going through these really slowly, you're going to want to try to speed it up a little bit, or maybe play with some friends to make it easier for you. Playing with friends is also good, because if you get loot that they don't want, they can give it to you, you guys can trade and all that, so that's pretty cool. Now a tip is, some of these rooms, you can actually see the enemy's health bars on the other side, and they'll still try to aggro and try to attack you through the wall, but they can't. But you can attack them through the wall, so you can pretty much abuse this if you're a new player, and if you're not able to do a lot of damage. You can just sit here, and attack them as they run up to the wall. You can get some pretty cheap kills off of them, but it'll save your life in the long run. Like, it'll really help you to just attack them through the wall. It saves you health and time, so you don't have to keep healing, and you can kill a whole entire group of enemies just through the wall. So I recommend doing that if you're a new player, or if you just jumped up to the next difficulty and you don't have really good stuff. It'll help you to just go ahead and come up to the wall like this and attack whatever enemies you can, and then it'll clear that once you get up there. Again, at the start, you'll only have a fireball ability, and you'll also only have like a taunt ability. I have a healing ability. I recommend trying to keep grinding until you get a healing ability. The healing ability is really important. As long as you have at least one person on your team who can heal and be like the healer of the team, then I think you're good. Not everyone has to be able to heal, but I do recommend it if you're playing solo to have a healing ability, or if you're playing with the party, have at least one person with it so everyone can heal up. Anyways, I'm going to kind of speed through this and just kill all these enemies now that I've gone through some of the main things of this. So I'm going to just kind of speed up the footage, and I'll see you guys once we actually get to the boss fight. I forgot to mention, you can actually go up here and click show players, and you can see how much your team is doing damage-wise, how much damage you've taken, and also how much healing you've done. So that'll help you out a bit. And yeah, so we'll just keep going through this though. I think we're almost there, but we are kind of slowed down a little bit, so we gotta hurry up. There we go, so we're at the boss now. Alright, so now here's where things get interesting. We're actually at the boss fight now, and the boss can be a little bit of a pain, especially if you don't have good armor. My armor isn't that great, and this guy can deal some pretty big hits to me. So, a little thing you can do here is if you jump up here, you can actually move around this light, these torches, and you can get the boss stuck on these, and you can just kind of deal a bunch of damage to him, and he can't hit you at all. You're just going to be chilling back here, and I'm just destroying him now. He will kind of move around, so you have to kind of, move yourself around with him so he doesn't hurt you. He also will sometimes jump over the torch, so you have to be careful for that. He's almost dead, so he can do that and climb over it. So you're going to have to kind of reposition yourself if you don't want to die. But that was actually pretty easy because my sword's pretty OP. But there we go. If you played on hardcore, you'll get 2 items there. If you played on normal core, you'll only get 1. Whenever you play, though, you'll probably start leveling up. You'll probably get at least 1 or 2 levels at the very start. Once you go through a dungeon, and you'll notice if you did level up, you'll notice a little plus here that says, hey, you have a skill point ready. So you can just click this, it'll go right to your inventory, and you can use your skill point. I'm going to use mine on physical power because I am a melee player and I need to get my physical up. So there we go, we're at 31 now. So now that your first dungeon is complete, you can come over here. You can either sell items that you don't want from that dungeon here, but if you do want to keep an item and you're like, yo, this holy staff looks pretty good, I'm going to go ahead and hold on to this. Then you go over here to the upgrade shop and you can be like, yo, dude, I'm going to upgrade this. So now you have some money. You can sell items, make money, and then use that money to upgrade the items that you do want to keep. So I hope you guys did enjoy this tutorial on Dungeon Outpost. I hope this tutorial can help you guys out a little bit if you're a new player. And make sure you drop a like and subscribe for some more content like this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So, goodbye.